Hey, a telemarketer's calling me.
Hey, let's answer it as I call them. I'll be like, yes, I want everything, anything you have.
The problem is, as much as I thrive on that, and I would see how far I could take it. The problem is, they call them robocalls for a reason. Most of the time, it's not a live person, and all it does is it goes, working number, and they call you more. It's like getting them wet after midnight.
Fun out of it.
All of the fun. Because that was one of my, it was a pastime for me. I would sit there.
You too?
Oh. The best is to go, right, it's all right, hold on just a second. Hey! Shut up! Okay, sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry, hang on just one more time. Hey! Okay, go ahead. Just see how many times.
I want to.
But it's never a live person anymore. It's always like, this is not a solicitation or a call from a robo person. This is a real human. It's like a fucking Turing test.
My
now.
new favorite telemarketer call, and I don't answer it, but I let it go to voicemail, and I'm like, I wonder, let me hear what this is, and it goes, I'm getting
By the way,
actual Chinese telemarketing calls.
We don't know how to speak Chinese, so that is just the closest that we can come to what I'm guessing is Mandarin.
By the way, if I did actually say anything in a language
offensive, that's just a blessing.
That's on you. That's on you for having a ridiculous language. Sounds like pans being dropped in a kitchen.
What is that's
Ding dang ding bang chang cher.
Who was the person that like? There was a comedian that was like, "What must we sound like to people who speak either Chinese or Mandarin, Cantonese, whatever?"
We're Americans.
But the most boring language ever.
But we're American. We don't care.
That's true. This is isolated. Welcome to our island that is connected.
This is our place.
Everyone speak English. It's still not even it's the third most spoken language in the world.
My son just had 3 friends of his come over that are exchange students from Germany.
Okay.
And they came in and they speak better English than my son does. French, German, and
Spanish, Italian?
No, they're one of them's can speak Swedish.
Swedish,
yeah.
Which is just a lyrical. That's a very whimsical language.
Swedish always sounds to me like all I ever can hear is the Muppet Chef.
Which, in retrospect, horrifically offensive. I mean, it was
offensive. Is that the word? I think it's silly. Come on,
silly and
we can't
goofy.
be offensive. It's a Muppet. It's a Muppet.
Muppets can be offensive. Muppets can be horrifically offensive.
Can we just laugh?
Can we have Muppets?
Like
we can't even have
like
Muppets anymore.
Old people are like, they had these 2 old men up in the balcony and it was very offensive. Like, oh, fuck you. You're too old to remember anyway.
The question is, what is a phenomena?
The question is, who cares?
That was a prime time show.
Loved it. Never missed it.
Who's your favorite guest?
Carol Burnett did it.
Good pull.
Yeah, Carol Burnett.
I am not dancing. I'm dancing.
And I remember, I think, did we talk about this recently? Like, I was a big Garth Brooks fan. Garth Brooks did the Muppet Show.
I'm so in love with you.
What year?
Yeah, can't remember. Now this is
Was like up and coming.
No, he was like he had hit like
like 90s.
The 90s, and this was.
Were they on still?
I remember him being on, and I remember him singing at one point, and I remember there was the first time I went,
That guy sucks.
I don't know, can he he's a fun entertainer. I don't really, can he sing? I was like, I don't know if I. It was the first time where I just went, I don't know if I. And now, as I've gotten older, all those albums that I love so much, I'll hear them on the radio and I'll be like, change that. And I feel bad. I don't know what happened.
This is where a lot of people are going to stop watching our show. And we may no longer be friends. I like the Chris Gaines record. Don't at me, Twitter.
You know what? No.
It is a beautiful conceit.
I thought it was ridiculous.
It
we actually listened to that.
We have talked about this.
We listened to that Chris Gaines, which was Garth Brooks' alter ego for 12 minutes of his life.
That's not fair. It's a mischaracterization of the story. Here's the story. And this
hold on. Let me finish my point. I kind of liked it too. I kind of liked it too.
Here's the deal that nobody understands. So there's two guys, Gordon Kennedy and Jimmy Lee Sloas, I believe, whatever, that wrote all of these songs throughout their huge musical career that they were like, what are we going to do, man? We're two guys in our 50s. We've had our heyday. We're not going to be able to like start a new band. Can't put these songs out. And they dreamed up this concept of like, what if there was like this character that we created and we released an album of his greatest hits, of albums that had never existed before. And they gave it a narrative. And if you open up back then, the CD, there was a whole story about who Chris Gaines was and that he lost his best friend in a drowning accident and what that did to his career. And they were like, this is a brilliant story. Like, who do we get to play this thing? Garth Brooks never, didn't want to originally do country. He wanted to be rock and roll.
Yeah.
And this was his chance to be like, well, what do it look like if I did this rock and roll, but like super indie artist kind of thing? And if it had come out later, and if it had been somebody else, if it hadn't have been Garth Brooks, and if he hadn't have gone on the Grammys and performed that song live, because people were like, what's Garth Brooks doing with that emo hairdo?
Yeah.
It actually really could have been something. It could have been a contender.
You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender.
But it was a brilliant concept, and if you listen to the music, it sounds like that album came out in '87. You'll get it in a second. When you go country, you go country. You don't go like that young country, that Y2K. Like you have some guilty pleasures.
There's some guilty pleasures, but some of that stuff is just like, dumped by my truck, and then she did this, and oh fuck. Just, I don't know, just something
You like more like Hank Williams.
I like stuff that's well written.
Okay.
And I find some of this stuff, it's like, let's not, there's a lot, I don't know, country music, I think, back in the day was always, pour the heart out. And sometimes it was like some of my dad's country is like, oh, I'm going to go kill myself now. That is the most heartbreaking music ever.
But
it was real, and they lived those lives. And I think that's what made it work. Like, you'd hear about George Jones and Hank Williams, and they really, Waylon Jennings, they lived, Johnny Cash, they lived a hard life. And that was actually, those were almost autobiographical.
That's why I felt that Chris Stapleton record that you turned me on to. Like, Chris Stapleton came out, I was like, all right, I've seen this kind of person before or whatever. And I literally stepped over that record. I was like, I know, I have a tendency to where people are like, no, it's amazing. I will intentionally not, I don't know why, and it's so stupid. And almost every time without exception, I always come back, I'm like, fuck, I should have really gotten into that sooner. You were the one that got me into it. The name of the album is Traveler, spelled like we spelled Traveler's name. And I listened to it, and we were in your garage. I was like, fuck, dude, this is a great record. I don't care what kind of music you like. It's just a good record. But it's the first, like, what you're talking about, that feels real.
Well, a lot of people don't know that he was like a studio artist, and he was
Chris
a
Stapleton?
songwriter. He wrote songs for all these other people, and one day he was singing a song to I don't remember who it was, someone pretty famous, and they go, I can't record that better than you. Why don't you record that? And he started, people pushed him into becoming an actual recording artist rather than just a writer.
You told me this, I believe. Vince Gill.
Yeah.
is one of the. I'm somewhat tangent. I didn't know this. One of the greatest guitarists. Like anybody in Nashville will tell you, is like, no, man. Vince Gill is probably one of the best guitarists alive.
Yeah, apparently.
I did not know that. I always just knew him as the guy with the voice that ended up marrying Amy Grant.
Yeah.
I asked a buddy of mine who's like deep seated into the Nashville scene. I was like, Vince Gill.
Was I right?
You were 100%
okay,
right.
good. Because every now and then I notice I'm forgetting things more as I get older. But he was right.
I barely got the sentence out of my mouth. He was like one of the greatest guitarists alive. I was like, are you serious? He goes, that guy came in, played on his record, and he was like, because he did a song with Amy Grant, and Vince was there, and he was like, do you want Vince to play? He was like, hey, would you mind doing like a lead line? I was like, sure, man. He was like, just play the track for me real quick. He just picked up a guitar randomly. It was like, no one has ever played that guitar better than, I was like, no shit. I feel like I had this whole image, because like when I was in high school was when, especially in Texas, was when country was like really big, and it was ropers and the boots, and you were called ropers. Like that was the, we had the socias and whatever. That was the, and you wore your hat and you wore your starched shirt. Like you could cut someone's skin with the shirt, and you wore those jeans, and those were the cool kids. At my high school, those were the cool kids. Those were the kids that people like me avoided in the parking lot because they were just waiting to kick your ass.
Leave me alone, will you?
Shut your mouth, essay!
Just go back and have fun on your jungle gym.
And so that whole music, I pushed off. I didn't want to be the typical Texas dude. All of those guys that listen to that music wanted to beat me up, so I pushed it off. And I think that's why. Maybe that's why I was like pushed off against Chris Stapleton. And now in my 40s, I was like, God damn, that's a good record.
Yeah, it is.
And Vince Gill's a great guitarist.
Vince Gill's a great guitarist, and he's also an amazing golfer. Little known fact. Enjoy that tidbit. And what is going to happen, everybody? Nolan North, Troy Baker. We're on the couch. It's Retro Replay.
I was gonna say, I was like, wow, Muppets,
Telemarketers to
Telemarketers,
music.
Muppets, Garth Brooks, Chris Gaines.
Metal Gear Me. Game start. Okay,
So-
everybody. What is going to happen a second time?
Well, no, man, we're in it.
Going to Metal Gear.
Here's-
difficulty level. Do easy.
You should probably do back
What is back?
difficulty level. It's
By the way, honestly, what does that mean?
so like you could have your original, like the way it was originally programmed, easy, which is a little bit easy, or like back. I need to go like, no, I want to say remedial. Fuck, I almost had to do that. Back is to go back. You want easy, go for it. So this,
I'm not even kidding. I thought back was a difficulty level.
it was taking everything within me. I was like, you probably go back level. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I probably would.
You just.
Ah,
What is that?
so
I'm
if
sorry.
you play Metal Gear Solid, I mean, it's very similar. You kind of come up the same way. So you're getting a call.
Big Boss. Operation Intrude, N313. Infiltrate the enemy's base, outer heaven, and destroy the ultimate weapon, Metal Gear.
So Metal Gear is my code name.
No.
No. It's the ultimate heavy weapon?
There you
Is
go.
Metal Gear?
So this came out in '87, originally on the MSX, which is now the defunct platform. It was then ported to Nintendo. There's also Jordan Vogt Roberts, who's like a director, filmmaker, massive fan that could sit here and, like a Benedictine monk, could just spout effusively with all sorts of lore. So
It's
you're
interesting.
Snake.
Interesting. Top down.
Yeah,
Interesting. What, isn't it?
yeah, buddy, top down. So you've got your equipment that you can have, which is there's life up there. You gave me life. Eventually you'll have weapons. You're just strolling around, tank garage, garage, depending upon
Okay,
where you
so
are.
now
This is where you like to rush head first into battle. This is all about stealth. This game.
Do I want to not be seen, or
you
do I
wanna
want to punch
not
him?
be seen.
Now, if I run behind him when he's walking that way, will I be seen?
As long as he's going the other direction, he will not see you. They're pretty stupid. Same thing with the other guy, but he's gonna turn around. So you're fine. Wait till we get into some boxes, and that's gonna blow your mind. The whole thing about this is there's games that have given us platformers. You know, when you think platformers, you automatically think Mario, right? We could go down the list as far as like games that have spawned genres. This was the game that was like, it was all about stealth. It was all about precious resources.
Really?
Using the right inventory, yeah. And it was an incredibly cinematic game. The thing that he's so good at doing is creating worlds, because this world is huge. So yeah, just don't be seen by these guys and you can go, which is an interesting way of playing. Because most people are like, well, those are bad guys, I need to punch, kill, shoot, eat.
So I need to get through that door.
Yes. Now, explore your surroundings. Ooh. There's a way down.
Oh.
There you go. There's guys.
No.
There's guys.
Yeah,
Go to the right.
I need that guy to leave.
Don't we always need people to leave? Those are trucks.
Yep. I see the lights, but is it? Oh my God! Oh, hey!
Yeah.
There's fellers in that damn trucks.
Drew made a really good observation. This is kind of like a live, die, repeat. You will die.
Shift change.
Lot.
Oh, shift change. I should go.
That's what they call Deus Ex Machina. There you go. Hey, look, that's
What is that?
it's an elevator. Don't get too excited.
Oh, but
Now I'm side-scrolling, by God.
Go up and menswear. Don't do that. Do that.
yeah.
Unabashedly inspired
Oh
by...
shit! Oh no!
No, you're okay.
No, I just was seeing cameras.
So you got a call. Whenever you get a call, that's some intel coming in from Big Boss.
And
You
what
can
do I
press
answer that?
Select.
Select?
Hey.
Big boss. Watch out for the surveillance cameras.
How would you say surveillance in Kentucky?
Surveillance.
Surveillance. I mean, it is based off
Watch
of...
out for the surveillance.
I love the etymology of words. Vicissitude. That word came rolling out watching a show last night. Vicissitude. I was like, oh, that's a good one. You know what it means? I had to look it up.
Vicissitude. Well, it means cut in Latin. So
Okay.
Vicissitude.
Interesting.
Cutting the vicissitude. I don't.
The sudden change of fortune or circumstance is typically towards a negative connotation. So like the circumstances are changing to the bad. So the vicissitude of the public, or the mentality of the vicissitude of his wealth. I was like, oh, that's a great word. Great word. The vicissitude of public opinion. It's like, eesh, yeah, I love words. Love them. So
now I need to figure out how to get by these kids.
What you need is
Stay in the corners.
things.
Stay in the corners. Stay in the corners. No, if I...
Can you help him home? Go for it.
What do you think? I think
Bye-bye. Keep going. Class 1 star. Yep, there's a guy. So at some point, you're just gonna have to embrace,
If I keep going back out that door.
but you won't progress the game. So there's not a real good way for you. I mean, you can kind of go around. There you go. There you go, buddy. And then now you can go to the right. And there's a guy.
No, I don't want to go down there.
But you can also go down. You got a call coming in.
No, this is the one like...
Uh-oh. And now maybe you go the other way. There you go. If you go down that way, and then there's a door down there to the bottom left. Yep, that guy's gonna see you.
Nope.
Boop, boop, boop. Look at you being all stealthy. Yike. Can you go in that door? Go to the left.
I'm not gonna wait for him to go up.
To the right. To the right. No, dude. There you go. Just gotta there's a little box up there. Ta-da!
I can't carry anymore. You don't carry in anything.
Go down and go south for the winter.
like the birds. No, I can't go in. That's just a little cubby hole. That'd be a nice spot. It looks probably a window, nice spot for a desk, something nice.
No,
writing
like
desk.
you could put like a bay window.
What is this?
Stand there and
What
rainy
is
days.
this? I don't know what this is.
Dream.
Hey, today's episode is sponsored by our good friends at Columbia College. They got this great thing called Truition. Get this. Truition, your education, one low price. No fees, no book costs, no surprises.
I don't understand.
Don't play games with getting your education, Troy. Truition lets you budget for the true cost of college. They eliminated all fees from application to graduation.
There's fees for that?
Sure. They also provide e-textbooks at no charge. And with e-text, you can highlight important sections and add personal notes to the material. You can also get this, convert e-text to audiobooks so you can listen to content on the go.
I would do that.
Crazy insane. Tuition's for all undergraduate and graduate students taking classes online or in the evening at any of their 30-plus locations. Columbia College, founded in 1851. It's been accredited for more than 100 years.
Before they had a website.
Before they had air. 8-week classes are held year-round so you can earn a degree quickly. Their mission? Improve lives by making college affordable. That's the truth. That is Truition. So apply today at mytruition.com. And don't forget, /replay.
Oh, yeah.
Let them know that we sent you there to, get your education on.
I get it. Truition.
You're enrolling right now.
You should not be on that floor because you're going to bye-bye right now. The floor is lava.
I thought it was just... Okay, well, shit.
The floor is lava.
Literally the floor. The floor is lava.
The floor is lava.
The floor is lava.
It's a kid's game.
Can I get some rubber boots or something?
No, it's a disco floor, and
I thought it was like
tryptoline.
I was lighting up.
Have you ever done psychedelics?
Drugs?
Yeah.
I was apparently ate mushrooms pizza one time, but
Wait, you...
oh, don't wake up the dog. But nothing happened. Somebody took the magic mushrooms, bruh, and they put it on a pizza, and I ate some of the pizza, but nothing happened. So I just don't know if like my brain's kind of like it's not good.
No, I think that's a common thing where like some people just don't experience anything for their first time.
No, I never did. The first time I ever tried pot, I ate a bag of Doritos and a half a jar of Jif peanut butter, like
Together?
Yeah, and I heard a voice in the garbage disposal of my friend's thing, and everyone thinks, "Hey, you don't hear things on weed." I'm like, I literally heard. And I looked in the sink, and it goes
staring in the
and I'm
garbage
like,
disposal.
and the guys were like playing cards or something, watching. I think it was one of those nights that he had one of those balls that you touch and zzz, and the electric thing. And
Spencer's gift.
And
bro.
I stared at that for probably a good hour.
Probably 5 minutes.
And I remember there was
minutes.
there was some kind of fight, like pay-per-view fight that they had gotten at this guy's apartment. They're having some beers and everything, and the guy got me to do it, and I tried it.
You're
and
how
I got
old?
so
College?
hungry. Oh God, yeah, 20.
Okay.
Probably, and then it was hard to me, everything. And I'm eating, and I'd stop eating. I go. And now, next thing I know, I took all the dishes out of his sink, and I had my head in the sink. And look, what are you doing? I'm like, this. I don't know, maybe it's your name, but there's something I can hear. Can you?
You're in between bites of chips and a spoonful of Jif peanut butter, and like.
And the worst part of the
You
whole
guys hear
thing
that
is,
shit?
have you ever eaten too many Doritos or corn chips? I had lockjaw for the next 2 days. Peanut butter and the corn chips.
Terrible.
It was like eating a bag of wet cement.
You don't have any friends. So like, hey man, I'm gonna love you right now. You should absolutely not be putting both of those things in your mouth together.
No, they did their thing. So it was I
keep going.
So no, I never did psychedelics. No. You ever have?
No,
have
I was
a good
always.
experience on it? Have you had any
For
experience?
me to smoke weed was a big thing for me because people that knew me growing up, like I dated a girl, and I was devastated when I found out that she smoked pot. And that was, smoked pot sounds weird. I think it's because I dated a girl, and I was like really into this chick, and she ended up getting too high. I was playing a show, and I was excited for her to come see me play this show, and she didn't show up, and I was like, where were you? And like a song for her and everything, and she was like, oh, sorry, I got really high. And I was like, man, and so I got put off by people that were like big stoners. Same thing?
A girl I dated in high school, I went to a party and she was smoking a cigarette, and I was super disappointed. I was like, oh my God.
How dare you? You come see me in about 5 years and we'll split a pack. But right now, how dare you?
How very dare you?
How very dare you?
What a whore.
Yeah, man,
She wasn't, but she did that, and then I was like, oh, hey.
Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye, guys.
Oh,
We're just trying to come through, talk about mushrooms and smoking weed.
Smoking weed, noise, smoking weed.
Punch those guys.
Why can't I, why am I punching without a gun?
Spotify. Because you have no bullets. You have no bullets, and you have also no life.
Don't get shot in the mouth when you're running from the snake man.
Bye-bye.
You know what? Die. Hey, support for Retro Replay comes from Manscaped, the #1 in men's below-the-belt grooming, offering precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. I love how that runs.
They're very good at the poetry. They're also really good, true story. Mm-hmm. Everyone knows I've talked about this before. I've attempted to do some self-care. Don't use the same thing that you shave your face with. That's like not good. So I have.
Even if you change the blades,
doesn't matter, man. Use that tool for that. That's
here, not
ear to
there.
ear. It's different skin.
Two different tools.
I have nicked myself before. I'm happy to say, pleased to report, Lawnmower 2.0. The thing's legit, dude. I have had nary a problem.
Nary a hairy?
Nary a hair. But I did have a problem. We travel a lot. I left my charger, the cord for the plug-in. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, I'm ruined. I can't do anything.
Yep.
Little DMs on the Twitters. Instantly responded to me.
Manscaped?
I was like, hey, can you help me out? And they were like, dude, no problem.
That's great customer service right there.
Really good. They were like, we'll send it out to you right away. It was like to my house in like 2 days.
I'm going to be sending them something because they sent me this great one. They sent me the Lawnmower 2.0 with proprietary skin-safe technology, this greatest trimmer ever. All the ball creams, oh my God. I mean, deodorant, the crop preserver, it's the greatest. It's like I let my armpits go because now,
Don't do that.
Anyway. Here's the problem. They sent me one, and my teenager son, he stole it.
Qualify that.
He stole it, and he's like, hey. I'm like, say, hey. And he didn't even like, oh, hey, sorry, did I borrow it? It's like, he said, hey, I took it. My younger one, he goes, hey, I took your thing. I took your Manscaped.
I was gonna say, that's not a Cooper
Took your Manscaped trimmer. And I'm like, he didn't say borrow it. I said, you mean you borrowed it? He literally goes, you really want it back?
No, you don't.
And I'm like,
16-year-old? No.
Little bastard. Little bastard. And he's in there. That thing, he's just buzzing it. He's buzzsawing that thing in there. I'm just like, all right, dude, whatever you need to do. But he's. So I'm getting a little squatchy. That's what I'm saying. I got to order me some more Manscaped.
Were you looking for the button to that story because you're trying to figure out how to get on the fact that you sat with your ear against the door listening to your youngest son?
No, there's no button. Yeah. There's no button to it. All I know is I am going to go and do what everybody else should do and get 20% off plus free shipping with the code RETRO, RETRO. Do that and go to manscaped.com and get right tools for the right job. Your balls will thank you.
Stick to the bullet points. You do way better with that. Thank you, Manscaped, for the soup. Thank you guys for clicking on the link. And when you do that, you let them know that you listen to us, you see them, you support them, you support us. Back to the episode.
Kids don't understand how good they have it. I mean, we had games like this, I guess. I mean, but
I was sitting on the next to Traveler on his little potty, and when he's on the potty, he either wants to watch videos of himself, or he wants to watch videos of trucks. We've talked about this. And so I was like, here, dude, you want to hold this? And he's taking the phone, and he's literally swiping through trying to find, because if he doesn't want something, he wants something different, because this is different in sign language. So he was like, I want something different. I was like, well, here, you take it. As he's going through, and he's like, that's the one that I want. And I play the video. And I was looking, I was like, I had nothing like this. Not even when I was your age or anything. Even, I remember the first time I had a Game Boy, that it wasn't backlit, and so if you didn't have any light, you didn't get to watch anything. Or if you did have the one that was a backlit one, well, as soon as those batteries started dying and you could like just barely see the light, you had AA batteries in there. You didn't have
The world in your hand?
the world in your hand. You didn't have any of that.
Don't we have the? I know somebody sent us. You remember the little football game?
Oh,
The football
yeah,
game.
dude.
I mean, my brother and I would play that for hours.
Right.
And we had to go out and get, like you said, had to get those batteries to keep popping it in there and just keep going. It's like, and you'd go for hours. And I've told the story about when Zork came out.
Oh my God, dude.
Now, I had an Apple IIc, and it was like a
man.
big deal to get that. That was my Christmas present or birthday. It was like that was my big thing. And my brother and I would sit there. We'd stay up all night. All right, climb the tree. I mean, and it was like that text-based adventure. And but the memories. I mean, he and I still laugh about it to this day, because we were never big gamers. But man, did we get into that. That was so cool.
We talked about Hitchhiker's Guide, I think, after we talked about Zork.
Yeah, and I've never done that.
Hitchhiker's Guide was a game that I played growing up. Another text-based adventure, King's Quest. All those text-based adventures I loved, because I could imagine the world, and they're so challenging. And it's like, right now you're going, I don't know what to do. And you have a lot of language coming at you. You have graphic language, you have audio language, you have a lot of things informing you about the world. You've got a HUD, you've got all of these things. With text-based adventures, you see a tree. You're like, what do I do? And there's only one right answer.
How the hell do I get out of this godforsaken cave?
But do you think that's one of the reasons that things like Critical Role and these different D&D has made this massive kind of comeback, that with the idea that people at the core, we really like a good story.
We're just storytellers. And the thing about D&D, growing up, and this is, I don't regret anything in my life, but I can certainly look back and go, all right, that was a misstep by my parents, because they shunned what I feel is an invaluable tool in formative years for people to learn how to identify, so they don't grow up having these huge identity issues, and they learn how to tell a story, think creatively, work as a team, understand loss. It is the most immersive way for you to be able to play, and it still has rules. You can do anything you want, but there are rules that apply. It's like the real world. You can do whatever you want, but there's still consequences.
I'm going to swing that axe, like you taught me about that. Like, yeah, I'm going to attack with my sword. Oh, well, the sword broke.
Now what?
Now what are you going to do?
Or sword is ineffective against this monster. Oh shit! What do you have around you? And it's teaching you to be mindful, have situational awareness, think creatively outside of the box, remember what you have, understand that everything has a cost, a benefit. It's incredible. And I think that Critical Role is so successful at lightning in a bottle, right? It just happened at just the right time with just the right people in just the right way. They were literally doing that at Travis and Laura's kitchen, with no internet, no anything, just people coming together, and was like, fine, whatever, we'll have some drinks and it'll be fun, and we'll play some D&D and we'll create some characters, and we'll do it once a week for a month or whatever. All right, for 2 months. Well, I'm really into this. And you play it once, dude, and you're like, I need to play this right now. And you understand the value of finding a good home game, why it's hard to find a good home game. I can get into a backdoor poker game easier than I can find a D&D game. Because people are like, yeah, man, we've been playing the same campaign for 3 years. I don't know if I want, because it's a new person coming in. You have no idea what this person's going to bring, how they're going to change the dynamic. If somebody comes in willy-nilly and everybody, like in this game, is like, we're super, resources are scarce, stealth is a big thing for our team going into this. And then next thing you know, Stranger Things comes out, pops up, D&D back into the zeitgeist. Here are these people that are playing it, have been playing it, and it goes on the internet, and boom, overnight, it's just a huge success. But I think you're right. Everybody at the end of the day, we're just storytellers. But it's the most compelling way to tell a story, I feel. Because it's so much in your mind, so much of imagination, but there's still rules.
Roll that and then add your insight skill. Can we do it again? Because I rolled a 5.
I think the thing about Metal Gear that I'm getting out of this is this is something that I bet I can picture a kid getting this, and damn it,
and immediately dying. You can picture a kid getting this,
and just be like, all right, it's time to slowly make my way around the world and explore every nook and cranny for things.
Right.
This just...
And immersing yourself in this world. I am this person, I am this world.
Oh God, they're back.
Yes. And it is brutal and unforgiving. There's a lot of guys.
There's a lot of guys.
And you have 4 rounds of whatever.
Shit.
Think!
I can't get in there, right?
Look at you.
Oh,
get in there, buddy.
Oh, I can get in
there. Get in there. Hi. Don't, save that person. Do a kindness.
Thank you for saving me.
Oh, you're welcome.
I didn't know you were in here.
And you go.
That member of member. Gray Fox. He's being held in a secret cell. Who are you?
I'm just the guy that's a plot device.
I'm a guy who's a guy.
So
can I get you some bread?
I guess
something to drink? Jesus.
You're gonna go. By the way, there's a lot of guys outside, and I'm sure if they see you, they're gonna murder you. So,
what do I do?
I've done what I can. Get out of there, homie. I mean, here's the thing. I looked at this.
Oh shit.
I know you look forward to it.
I was running.
I look forward to it. I really do. And I feel like if I do it, I mean, my
You guys, somebody's gonna take you all down.
This is what books have been written, movies have been optioned, games have been made to try to explain the But there's just no way, dude. There's no way we are going to be able to. Oh, that person's not having a good time.
That's a dog.
Yeah.
Follow the dog. Follow the dog.
There's no way that we're gonna be able to even of the plot. That's a doggy. Aww. And The Last of Us gets shit for dogs.
I don't want to punch a
Here's
dog,
a question.
but if it's gonna bite me,
Can you pet the dog in Metal Gear?
Oh, another dog. Hey,
there's 2 of them.
Hey, why don't you 2 dogs
Do you have
get
anything
together?
in your inventory?
Go on down there and get together. Oh shit, there's dogs everywhere.
What?
Hey, now, Pooch. Hold on, I'm going back here.
Can you imagine them going as like, hey Gary, yeah? Did you feed the dogs? Oh, all the way down to the bottom level. I forgot, man. You know what?
They ate that feller.
Give him a proximity mine.
What do I give him?
Cardboard box is very helpful. We got to do the cardboard box. Get on the cardboard box. Use the cardboard box. Dink. There you go.
Use it?
Yeah, 100%. Now move around. Oh wait, does it not work on the doggies? Are the doggies too smart?
I'm a box.
You're not a box. You're just wearing a box. Because
Guys, that could be the greatest Halloween costume ever. I'm the box from Metal Gear.
It is. You would not be the first. And if you were going with Jill, if she had an exclamation point above her head, that's nerds would explode. Dara O'Brien, famous British comedian and frequent host of the BAFTA Game Awards, once did a thing where he came out on stage.
The Metal Gear box?
In the Metal Gear box, and the whole world just exploded. He's a true fan.
Trained militia wouldn't have a clue what exactly is going on here.
There's no way we're gonna be able to touch the plot, much less how long is it? I mean, if I played this game, I would have been 11 years old because I played it when it came out. I was like 87, or maybe 12. Don't give me any shit. You guys weren't even born. Most of you, mostly.
Dad, because it'll be dark soon, and they mostly come at night. Mostly.
How do I open that door if I can through a box?
Well, I don't know if you can, bud. So
well, let's see if I have a key card.
Yeah, you got a key card. Boop, boop, boop. Right above
this
it.
One?
Beep, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, you got that. Equip that motherfucker.
Okay, I've equipped it.
And then...
Punch the dog.
Can you punch the dog in Metal Gear?
I just blew up a dog.
You blew that dog up.
Now, how do I use that if I...
If you could open that door, then that would work.
I have a feeling that guy's back in here and I can't get to him.
The Metal Gear franchise has achieved great success, selling over 53.8 million copies as of March 2008. Why don't you just round it up? 54. I was selling almost 54 million copies. And why do you say selling over 53.8? That's a pretty specific number. Oh my God. The fact of the matter is, objectively speaking, Hideo Kojima, who is now, for the first time in 30 years, broken out from the franchise that made him who he is, that has gone on to spawn more game makers, filmmakers, and games.
Yeah.
Brings it out now with Norman Reedus' penis in Death Stranding. Soon I'll come around. Now, you may not see Norman Reedus' penis, but it is clearly...
Fun to say Reedus' penis.
It is Reedus' penis.
Reese's Pieces?
Yeah.
Boy, that would be like... Would you like more Reedus' penis?
I'm sorry, are we talking about the same thing?
The peanut butter candies or genitalia?
The genitalia.
Bits and pieces, twigs and berries.
It is, it's out this week?
Death Stranding
is out this week.
I know somebody in that.
You do?
Troy Baker.
I get to be a name drop. That's
my name
awesome.
drop.
Yeah, I've already seen people, there's been review copies that went out. People are entrenched in this game. A lot of hype about this.
What's the thing with the baby?
BB.
There's a baby.
There's a BB. Oh, you're talking about through the...
yeah, it's like a baby in there. It looks like it's like about to like
light
up.
A thumbs up?
Yeah, thumbs up. It's like a French baby smoking in the vagina.
When you do this. Putain. That's what it's setting you up for.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to play the game to figure out. Maybe we should play Death Stranding.
Ooh.
You think?
It's not quite retro, but who cares?
I don't care anymore.
I don't care anymore.
We'll ask you. What do we play next?
Solid snake. Is that a euphemism for like an erection? A solid snake? Or is he like crafty, snake, sly, and he's solid? Or is he a solid snake? Like you can pick that up at your local sex shop aisle 4.